Thanks. As I was saying, I said contrary to popularly held but erroneous belief, the president has not declared a state of emergency.
Okay.
And he, acting alone as the head of the executive branch of government at the federal level, cannot declare a state of emergency. And this is not a matter of semantics. The president, acting properly under section 305 of the Constitution that the president invoked in his broadcast, can only issue by an instrument proclamation of a state of emergency.
Okay.
If you look at the provision of section 305, the marginal notes, which reads procedure for declaration of a state of emergency. The declaration of a state of emergency is a process of stages or steps.
Okay.
And it includes, first, the proclamation of a state of emergency by an instrument and the publication thereof in an official gazette of the federal government. That's stage one.
Okay.
The transmission of that gazette to the two houses of the National Assembly for their consideration and possible approval by a 2/3 majority vote. That's stage two.
Okay.
The actual consideration and vote. That's stage three. And then thereafter, the approval, and then you have a declaration of a state of emergency. So it's a procedure, it's a process. What the president has just done, in this case, was to announce, broadcast, or pronounce a state of emergency on television. And we are being told that, and I'm not aware that this has been done, that there has not been a publication in an official gazette.
Okay.
As a matter of fact, one of the earliest supporters of this quote-unquote declaration of a state of emergency, the Senate Majority Leader, Ndoma Egbasan, has said that, the Constitution has not stipulated the time frame for the president to transmit any official gazette. And nobody is aware, not even the National Assembly as of today, except it happened yesterday. At the last time they sat, they have not confirmed that they received an official gazette. Now, the president is not under an obligation to advertise, grandstand, or initiate a state of emergency on television.
Okay.
He has no such obligation except for the purpose of public enlightenment and education. Now, all the Constitution requires the president to do is to issue by an instrument a proclamation. And when we're talking about constitutional matter, we're not just talking about literal or ordinary dictionary interpretation. It's a procedure. It has to be followed to the letter before you can have a state of emergency. And the reason why it is so in constitutional law is that under a presidential system of government, you have three branches of government. When you're going to take extraordinary measures that implicate possibly suspending or breaching the provisions of the Constitution, including the special provisions entrenched in the Constitution, fundamental rights, conducting searching, barging into houses, locking down places, holding people in detention, military detention, as if you have a martial law, you have to secure the concurrence of the legislature. Otherwise, you'll have a dictatorship. What we've seen following that pronouncement is that the media is awash with reports that even the military has started discussing a curfew. I say, when the National Assembly has not sat, we may be eager, we may be stressed up, we may be under severe pressure to get quick solution. And indeed, everybody is. But the due process of law must be followed to the letter.